Good evening. You are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of condolences to the Algerian president on the death of former President Abdul Qadir bin Saleh. The Ministry of Health reports no COVID-19 deaths since last Friday, and the recovery rate reaches 97.2%. And Oman oil price approaches $75 per barrel. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq has sent a cable of condolences to His Excellency Abdul Majid Tebboune, President of Algeria, on the death of former Algerian President Abdul Qadir bin Saleh. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency Omar Sisco Embalo, President of Guinea-Bissau, on his country's independence anniversary. As many as 39 new cases of coronavirus COVID-19 were registered in the Sultanate over the last 24 hours, in addition to 0 COVID-19 related death cases. This brings the total number of COVID-19 cases to 303,551 in the Sultanate. The Ministry of Health added that the total number of deaths cases related to COVID-19 reached 4,093. The ministry added that 426 new cases have recovered, bringing the total number to 295,168 recoveries. The recovery rate reached 97.2%. The ministry also pointed out that 7 cases were hospitalized over the past 24 hours, as the total number of current hospitalized COVID-19 infected patients stands at 50. 23 of them are in intensive care units. The Municipal Council in the Governorate of Musandam discussed on its first meeting this year the approving of 2 residential plots in the wilayas of Madha and Khasab. The Municipal Council reviewed the suggestion of establishing 2 investment projects for poultry and drinking water network from the center of the wilaya to the Al Khaldiya area. The Council also discussed providing permanent water sources at coastal areas affiliated to the wilaya of Deba and the suggestion of restoring the heritage market of the wilaya. The meeting was chaired by His Excellency Sayyid Ibrahim bin Saeed Al Busaidi, Minister of the State and Governor of Musandam. The Ministry of Heritage and Tourism organized a promotion workshop in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. It aimed at highlighting the Sultanate's participation in Expo Dubai 2020. The ministry stressed its readiness to be part of this global event and to acquaint the world with the Sultanate and its ambitious strategy, projects and initiatives in the tourism sector. The Sultanate will take part in Expo Dubai 2020 along with 192 countries and regional and international organizations under the theme A number of development projects were completed in the wilaya of Saham, aiming at improving the landscape and the view in the roads and hospitals and some public areas. A collaboration between the private sector and Saham municipality have turned concepts reflecting the craft of making traditional boats into a reality. Traditional boats, locally known as Al-Badan and Al-Boom, were artistically fixed in the 2 roundabouts in the wilaya of Saham. The 2 boats represent the heritage and pride of Saham locals and have become a monument and a landmark in the wilaya. Further development plans will focus on developing parks and sidewalks in addition to improving the landscapes in the wilaya of Saham. Still to come in our news bulletin. The lava spread raises fears of more damage on the Spanish island. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman Television. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia celebrates its 91st National Day amid achievements and feats accomplished in the kingdom in various fields and at the local and international levels. The Sultanate of Oman and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia have been working to develop the existing partnership and collaboration and take it to the next level. The celebrations of the National Day comes this year under the theme A Home for Us, guided by the Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, which acts as a blueprint for social reforms and economic growth with the aspirations of the Saudi people as a priority. Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 focuses on three main pillars: an active community, a growing economy, and an ambitious country. The Omani-Saudi relations have been developing over the years as the ties have reached the next level with the latest visit of His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in July, which resulted in the formation of the Omani-Saudi Coordination Council and the acceleration of the Saudi-Omani Road Project that will improve commerce and traffic between the two countries. Oman oil price November 2021 delivery today reached $74.22, comprising an increase by 75 cents from the price of yesterday, Wednesday, which was $73.47. The average price of Oman oil September delivery 2021 has stabilized at $72.73, thus $1.07 per barrel higher than August delivery 2021. The first race of the 19th annual festival for camel racing for the season 2020-2021 concluded at Al Bashair Camel Racetrack in the Wilaya of Adam. The event is being organized by the Royal Camel Corps. The two-day festival witnessed wide participation from camel owners in the Sultanate. The festival included 15 races for different categories of Omani camels for various distances. The head of the World Health Organization warns that the situation is worsening in Lebanon and Afghanistan. The Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus made the comments to reporters today after his recent visit to Afghanistan and Lebanon.
I must say I'm deeply concerned by the impact of the current crisis on the health and well-being of Lebanon's people and the risks we face of losing the health gains that Lebanon had made over the last decades. The deadly combination of the political and financial crisis, last year's explosion at Beirut port, and the COVID-19 pandemic are having devastating consequences for the health of Lebanon's people. There is a serious shortage of supplies, medical equipment, fuel, and electricity. 2,000 medical doctors and 1,500 registered nurses have left the country, and 600 private pharmacies have closed. WHO continues to work to support the health system and the delivery of essential services and supplies. Over the past 20 years, significant health gains have been made in Afghanistan in reducing maternal and child mortality, moving towards polio eradication, and more. Those gains are now at severe risk, with the country's health system on the brink of collapse. There has been a surge in cases of measles and diarrhea. Almost 50% of children are at risk of malnutrition. The resurgence of polio is a major risk, and 2.1 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine remain unused. Unless urgent action is taken, Afghanistan faces an imminent humanitarian catastrophe.
Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov held meetings with various political figures in New York on the sidelines of the United Nations General Assembly. During a meeting with NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg, Lavrov told journalists, "Guys, don't try your luck. Russia isn't going to join NATO." Lavrov met with Irish Foreign Minister Simon Coveney and also held his first meeting with the recently appointed British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. A volcano on the Spanish island La Palma continued to spew lava and black smoke today. The new fissure opened Monday night after what the Canary Island Volcanology Institute said was a 3.8 magnitude quake. So far, the eruption has destroyed around 190 houses and forced the evacuation of 6,000 people. The rivers of lava are now moving towards the island's more populated coast and the Atlantic Ocean, where they could cause new problems. Authorities said residents face a host of dangers in the coming days and weeks. A giant river of lava, 600 meters wide, slowed to 4 meters per hour after reaching a plain yesterday. The lava now covers 410 acres and has swallowed up around 350 homes so far. The Volcanology Institute said the eruption and its aftermath could last for up to almost 3 months. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we end tonight's bulletin, here are the main headlines once again. His Majesty Sultan Haytham bin Tariq sends a cable of condolences to the Algerian president on the death of former President Abdul Qadir bin Saleh. The Ministry of Health reports no COVID-19 deaths since last Friday, and the recovery rate reaches 97.2%. And Oman oil price approaches $75 per barrel. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night and stay safe.